I own a bunch of pieces of plastic. In a world filled of streaming services and digital products, there's a concern that you, the consumer, won't own anything you buy. This bag of chips here won't cut it. You gotta buy a digital copy so you can have it through the metaverse.
Is it convenient to own something digitally? Yeah, absolutely. But nothing beats owning something physically. Grabbing your copy of whatever you have, inserting it into the CD player, and just hearing it raw from that CD. That is an experience digital can never give you. Well, most of the time at least. Games is the thing I collect. While I owe some PS2 and Wii games, I don't really have space for them anymore, so I stick with PS5, PS4, and Switch, which I'm fine with. There's a lot of cool stuff I own, like some delisted games. For example, here's the Deadpool game.
I don't even like Deadpool.
It's not like I hate him, but most of the media I've seen, he's just extremely obnoxious. So why did I pay $60 for a game of a character I don't like? I thought it looked fun. It's delisted, so could go up in value one day. It's okay. Transformers Devastation was one of the big ones I wanted to look for. Back in 2022, when I first started really getting into PS4 collecting, I was looking for this game long and hard, man. I hit up every GameStop imaginable just to try to find this game. I was trying to find this game for however cheaper I can get for. And lucky me, one day in GameStop, I was just cruising along. I wasn't even trying to look for the game. I was just looking around, seeing what GameStop had, and lo and behold, a copy of Transformers Devastation, which is right there, sitting there for $25. I got tons of delisted games. For example, I got both of the Show and Jump crossover games that are on PS4 that range from lame to bad. Avengers, Back to the Future, they're always my favorite games to find because, you can't really access them in the digital PlayStation stores anymore, so it feels special every time you find them. Like, I get to re-experience something from my childhood, or just experience something that I never did before. Or garbage, it's usually garbage. And with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's all three of those combined. I played a lot of The Amazing Spider-Man 1 on the Wii U, and I played a bit of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I always wanted to experience the game when I was younger. I wanted to find a copy of this game on PS4 so I can play it and get all the trophies for nostalgic purposes alone. And one day, mark my words, one day I will find the copy. And I will pay less money than you ever will pay for a copy. You hear that? I will pay less money than you ever will for a copy because I'm the greatest damn collector that ever exists. What was my point? There's other games that I collect that are interesting to me. For example, there's Persona 5,
Persona 5, Persona 5, Persona 5, Persona 5, Persona 5, Persona 3, Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 4, and of course, my favorite Persona game of all time, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden are very special because they are limited run games. I have a few of these, for example, Scott Pilgrim, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and River City Girls. They're good examples of limited run because they are technically limited, but they came out in stores eventually. However, like the name entails, these are limited in stock, so that means you can miss out on some of these games. Just like how I missed out on Animutationum and Demon Turf. Who's laughing now? These two are two of my favorite indie titles, and it sucks that I have to pay secondhand to get these games because I just want to support the devs. But hey, I can say now, I own Animutationum and Demon Turf physically. Take that, God. Video games is one of my biggest passions, and I like expressing them by collecting said video games. I like owning these games mainly because it brings me back to like a time where I was just getting into games or getting back into games. Like, I look at my copy of Persona 5 and just remember the day I pick it up, the day I fall in love with that game. And I can say that a lot with a lot of the copies I own of my different games. And that's something that I believe is priceless.
Oh yeah, I got CDs. Recently, I decided to take up even more space in my room and buy CDs. Let's get the joke out of the way.
See these nuts. Cause I didn't.
Not only I started collecting them back in November of 2023, I bought Igor and said out loud, yep, that's enough. And all of a sudden, 20 more CDs appeared. CDs are a bit different from games as they are pretty hard to find nowadays. Out of the 21 CDs I own, 5 of them I got in store. The rest I had to resort to Amazon or eBay to search for. I do have a record store near me, but they have a lot of CDs that I just don't recognize. CDs are pretty rare for the most part, which makes it interesting anytime a store has a CD section. Just check it out and see what they have. Garbage, they mostly have garbage. CDs come in all shapes and sizes, all different types of quality. This Rodeo CD came in a nice jewel case, so pretty, so beautiful, so feeling itself. Here's the Utopia CD. Is it depressed? Funnily enough, one of my favorite CDs I own is my favorite album, Trench. It has a nice CD sleeve to protect the album's jewel case, and it has amazing CD art all around the CD itself. It's just such a brilliant CD. On the contrary, here's a turn I'll take. What do you want me to say? It's technically Lucifer versus the World 2, but either way, it sucks. I wanted this because I love the artwork for the album, and I just love Internal Take in general. And what I got is a cheaply made CD that is a jerk to open and has streaks everywhere. But hey, I get to play Yursursky, so in the end of the day, I win. I also own the Kanaboon's Time CD, which is pretty nice and also is a Japanese import. It's pretty high quality for what it is, and it just feels really nice. And now, I own the Naruto opening on a CD. My least favorite album CDs to own are paper CDs, like, why? I love you, but why does KD 2 and 3 come in paper CDs? But It Was Written comes in this nice jewel CD, why? These CDs are way more prone to damage and just feels way cheaper than the normal ones. Travis, I know Astro World was hellish, but the Utopia CD is one of the worst things you've ever done. At least Astro World feels kinda quality. Utopia just feels like a funeral. And Wolf is weird. It's both a paper and jewel CD, like just choose one. And back to Yuznas, why does Magic 3 have a smaller spine than KD 2 and 3? Did it exercise? But all in all, I like physical media. While yes, it's way more convenient though and stuff digitally, physical media just matters way more to me. I love physical media and will always cherish the memories I have going to GameStop and buying these games, going to Walmart or Target and trying to scramble to just find one CD that I like. And that is in replacement, in my opinion.